y'all. I forgot to press the button. I forgot to press the button. You guys. I forgot to press the button. Well, I'm glad nobody saw that first part. Maybe I could edit it out. But okay. Let's try this again. Can you hear me? Let's see. Okay, anyway, let me just get started. Now that I know that the volume is on and that I actually clicked go live. Okay, so what we're talking about today here on Larger Curves is the power of compound interest. Okay, you can't see that. There it is. There it was. Okay, well, it's the power of compound interest, y'all. Do you know what that is? Well, I'm here to tell you about it. I had some other people invited. Maybe they'll pop in, maybe they won't. And if they don't, then we're going to keep on going because I think it's really important information for us to freaking share this morning. Oh, look, we have somebody here. Yes. Candace Lane is in the house. Thank you for being here with me this morning. Thank you for being here this morning. You know, we do all kinds of stuff over here on Larger Curves. We're always about spreading good information, talking about hot topics, and talking about things that need to be talked about over here on Larger Curves. Like I was saying when I didn't press the go live button earlier a second ago. I hope you're smashing the like button, smashing the subscribe button, hitting that bell so you can get notified next time your girl Larger Curves uploads a video. And so you can be part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here on Larger Curves in these YouTube streets. Okay. So this morning we're talking about the power of compound interest, and it's a fascinating thing. Now, what I have personally been benefiting lately from the power of compound interest. Your girl is getting on average about 3% compounded weekly. And my initial investment of $500 has already doubled. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you so you can know about it too, because I did say in the thumbnail that I'm going to show you all how to turn $500 into $1 million in just 5 years. Okay, now a lot of the regular accounts that we have, and I'm not knocking nobody, they give us what they can, right? Oh, good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Lynn. Thanks for being here. I hope y'all got your coffee for this Larger Curves coffee hour when the professionals talk, you know. Okay, I'm a professional about my money. That's what's up, y'all. That's what's up. Okay, so we're going to talk about a number of things. Okay, so we're going to talk about what compound interest is. We're going to talk about the word compound because you know your girl is all about etymology, and I love to get into the meaning of the words so that we can really get a grasp on what we're trying to do, right? And then we're going to look at some examples of compound interest, and then we're going to even use the compound calculator that I used before I even invested that initial $500 that I told you about. And then we're going to look at the numbers, and I'm going to let you know if they really played that way for me. Okay? Are you ready? So let's get started. Again, if you're here in real life, smash the buttons, share the video. It helps other people be able to come. And if you're on the replay, leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. I love interacting with y'all. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to add this one. Yes, there it is. And I like a little chill music in the back. This doesn't have any music, but I'm just using it so that I can stay on point. Okay, so compound. That is a thing that is compounded as two or more separate elements or mixtures. But compound can be a noun, a verb, an adjective. As here, we can see that zygotes, when they're first fertilized, compound themselves and add to themselves and become more of themselves. And this kind of compound is what we're going to do with our money. We're going to just compound it, and it's going to multiply and multiply the same way the zygote went from 1 to 2 to 4 to 16 and so on. That's what compound interest is. And I thought it was a really awesome biological cellular way to show you that even on a cellular basis, compounding is in our favor, because it's basically what even makes us up, right? Like, had I not compounded, there wouldn't be larger curves sitting in front of you in these YouTube streets today. Now, that was the compound of formed by a union or element parts. But the greatest wealth transfer that could happen is from compound the verb. Okay, now compound the verb is to pay interest on both the accrued interest and the principal. Now, I know y'all may have heard about this when you were in school, in high school, in algebra, or in economics. Like, because when your girl was in school, they used to have this thing called economics, not just home economics, but economics. And it told us about like the economics of the world, right? And so in that economics class, my teacher, he was hecka cool. And he told us about this thing called compound, and how if you let your money do this, then it could compound and grow and grow. And then he mentioned something about the rule of 72. And even in high school, I wanted to know, how could I get with that? How could I get with some of that compounding? Because, I want it fast, y'all. I want it fast, and I want a lot. So, of money. Anyway. So, I know I can't take it with me, but while I'm here, it'll make this life right and nice, right? So this verb compound is what we are looking at today, okay? And that is when you invest a principal amount. So the principal is your invested amount, and interest is what is paid to your principal amount. However, there's interest, or there's just returns on investment. So what I'm getting is a return on investment, because interest, you guys, is taxable. Did you know that? There's different words that people use so that they have to pay taxes and don't have to pay taxes. And this is not financial advice. This is just what I've been doing and what I've learned, and I'm sharing it with you. But this is not financial advice. You guys do what you want. I'm just sharing what I've learned, okay? So interest is taxable. So, but compounding can happen on investments and interest. The investment that I get a 3% return on that investment weekly, and that compounds weekly. And there are 52 weeks in a year, you guys. Okay, so let's keep moving. So that's 52 3% on my principal return. Okay, so that means this money is going to be falling from the sky, you guys. It's going to be falling from the sky, and it already has. Because like I said, I'm going to show you exactly what my numbers are. Okay, so here's a real breakdown of compound interest for you math heads in the house. Compound interest is interest calculated on the initial principal. Well, I'm going to take off the word interest. Well, no, but it is. It's compound interest. Am I frozen on your side? I don't know why I'm frozen. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties, you guys. Solar flare. There. I don't know what was that about. I don't know what that was about. Okay. So compound interest is interest that is calculated on the initial principal, which also takes into account the accumulated interest of the previous periods of the deposit or loan. Okay, I know that's a lot of jambalaya, right? So basically, you have an initial deposit. Let's say you put in $1. And on that dollar, you grow $1. And then let's say the next week, you take the dollar that you grew and you add it to the dollar that you deposited. So now you have $2. That's compound. And then that next week, you get another dollar added to it. So now you have $3. And now the $3 are together, and those $3 are earning interest on the same interest. And now you have another dollar. So basically your interest gets an investment return also. Okay, I hope you guys are following me. Put a comment in the thing if you need me to back up. Oh, Corey Berman! Corey Berman's in the house. Good luck on your test today, Corey. You can do it. You can do it. You got this, girl. You got this. And then when you get that, and then when you get your first thing, then I'll show you how to put that $500 into an account like this and let it just sit there for 5 years. And you just reinvest the returns, and in 5 years you can have $5 million. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Let's see. Oh, you're very welcome. No, I have faith in you. You're such a phenomenal person. You big brain, as my son would say. He says, Mom, that takes big brains. So that's a big brain thing that you're doing over there. And I know that you're going to do well. And good luck, Brick Lake. Okay? Okay, you got it. You got it. Okay, so let's keep going with this compound interest thing. Okay. Also, again, it's just when your principal and accumulated interest from previous periods all get interest earned, okay? And this is from the 17th century. You know your guy, Albert Einstein. Oh, this is important. I wanted to show this. One of the reasons that compound interest, I don't know why they don't tell more people about it. I don't know why it's not like something you can get at your Bank of America account. I don't know why you can't get it at Chase. I don't know why you can't get it at Citibank, because the people that be running the Citibank and the Chase and all that stuff, they got some compound interest going on in their life. But on our little old accounts, are we getting compound interest? I don't think so. And I don't know why, because we work hard for our money. Whoa, so hard for it, honey. You work hard for your money, so you got to invest it right. Yeah. Oh my God, Debbie H. Yes, I got my coffee too, girl. Yay. Cheers. I love coffee. I love sipping hot coffee in the morning. It's like all part of my ritual and everything. But yes. So, okay. The younger, the better on this compound interest game. Okay? Because, like, you know, your girl is of a certain age. And had I known this when I was in my younger ages, oh my God, I would be sitting on my yacht someplace sipping Mai Tais or something, okay? And not to say that my life isn't okay now, but it could have, would have went a whole other way had I got introduced into compound interest younger. Because even right here it says compound interest has particular importance for young people. The more time you have to take advantage of it, the larger your reward will be down the road, okay? So I'm just giving you a little 5-year example. Imagine if you had 20 years to grow your $500, okay? That would be like gajillion billions of dollars, okay? So the interest on interest mechanism can generate increasingly positive returns. And that's what we're here to talk about. The return on investment that earns you 3%, okay? And then we're going to keep on going. Here we are. Albert Einstein even said that compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world, okay? He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it, okay? That's food for thought. If Albert Einstein, and you know he's old as dirt, y'all. He's from way back. And we have a lot of things of Albert Einstein's in our repertoire today that we use in daily life, right? Energy, time, and mass, and all that stuff, right? He even realized way back then that compound interest is life-changing and the 8th wonder of the world. Let's look at why. Okay. Again, you multiply your initial principal plus any interest or returns. You put them together, and then that earns additional interest. So you're not investing additional money. You're simply, that was my husband, y'all. That was my husband. Yeah, he looks good, huh? Yeah, I love him. I love him. Pamela's in the house. That's right. Thanks for being here this morning, Pamela. So yeah, husband, he'd be walking around all day. So okay, let's see. So the way to get this money falling from the sky is to let your returns earn returns. Okay. So the life changing magic of compound interest is phenomenal. And a lot of people have access to it today. And it can to the moon, Alice, to the moon. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. So we have a story of two savers. I thought we should look at this. So one saver spends his money partying for 8 years, then opens a tax-deferred account, earns 12% interest at age 26, and then he adds to it $150 a month for the next 40 years. So he ends up contributing $72,000. I'm just saying put 500 in, leave it, and it's going to do all this for you. And then we have another saver that say invest $150 a month for the initial 8 years in a tax deferred account. And sorry about that, people. So when the saver B invests $150 for 8 years in a tax deferred account, and he earns 12% and saves nothing for 40 years, his contributions are only $14,000. But watch what happens, you guys. Investments, there's a lot of ways to make your money grow. Okay. There's a lot of ways to make your money grow. So you can put it in a traditional account and let it earn what it earns, or you can do things like this, put it in tax deferred accounts or whatnot. But look at the bottom numbers. So remember the first guy, he invested $72,000. And by the time he's 65, he only has 1.7 million. That's 40 years it took for him to get to $1 million. I'm gonna show you how to get to $1 million in 5 years. And then the other guy, remember the other saver, he only invested $14,000, right? And then 40 years later, he had $2 million on his 65th birthday. I've always thought that the way our world works is a little upside down, okay? Because I certainly would love that $2.2 million while my body is willing to spend it with me. You know what I mean? Like when you're 65, you probably got health issues. You can't stay up all night and party. You can't have no good times anymore. Well, you can, but you know what I'm saying? Like your party years are over. And $2 million, you should want to have a party. So I think that if you were like in your 40s and 50s, a little younger, 30s, 40s, 50s, and had the same $2 million or $1.7 million, wouldn't that be awesome? Because you could even make that still grow and grow. So by the time you get to 65, you still have that money. Oh my gosh, Gabrielle. Welcome. Thanks for popping in to Large Curves this morning. I hope you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. And I already know you're part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's keep it moving. So I just want you guys to see different ways that people use traditionally to get to the money they want. There's also this thing, I know you've heard of it, the rule of 72. Okay, now finance experts and book authors have always referred back to the compounding interest rule of 72. So basically, this shows how much you earn with an investment of $10,000 with different rates of return. Okay. So you take the percent times 72 years or something like that. I don't really know how the bill works. We're not talking about that today. But at different interest rates, you can earn different monies. What does compound interest matter? Compound interest is interest earned on money that was previously earning interest. Are you following me, you guys? So you make a deposit, you get a return, that return gets added to your deposit, you get another return based off of the return and the deposit, and then you get a return on that return. So now you have a return on the deposit, the return, and the return. It sounds like crazy, but it works. Okay, it's good for savings and investments, but can work against you at paying interest on a loan. But we're not talking about interest. We're talking about investment, return on investment also. Because we're, again, interest, you have to pay taxes. The accounts that I'm tied up in are not paying taxes because there's no interest. It's a return on your investment. Okay, and we'll get to why later. Now, frequency and time of interest is also how to compound. So I'm getting 3% a week. There's 52 weeks in a year, and that's how mine is growing. Some people get 3% a day, and there's 365 days in a year. So it's compounding that much, okay? Now, we're going to get to the pros and cons of compounding, but here, let me share my calculator. Where my calculator go? Where my calculator go? Where my calculator go? Calculator go. There we go. So here, let's add this to the stream. So, sorry, you guys. I'm not going to keep you excessively long this morning. Just for getting it in on Friday. Because actually, I got my return today. I'm going to let you guys know how much that was. So here's how you use a compound calculator. And the compound calculator that I'm using, and you can go and do your own numbers there also. It's called thecalculatorsite.com. So if you pull out your phones, if you're not on and watching me, or if you're able to open an alternative screen, then you can follow along with me and see how these numbers play out. So we have $500 initial investment. Okay? And I'm telling you, my average, I can make as much as 4%, and I can make as little as 1% a week. But my average is 3% a week. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put 3% there. 3%. And then always be sure, I'm telling you that my compound period is a week. Now, our banks and stuff, they give us a compound period of annually, right? Like annual percentage yield, annual percentage rate. We getting weekly over here, okay? So I'm going to change that to weekly. And then I'm going to show you for 5 years what $500 can do in 5 years compounded 3. Okay? And then the individual compound is still weekly. When you're doing your here, let me make it bigger. There. So yeah, we're down to weekly. And I'm not going to even put anything else in there except for this calculator already knows to compound the interest weekly. And that's how this calculator is set up. So I'm not making additional deposits out of my pocket, right? And then we're going to look at 5 years, and then we say calculate. Did you guys see that? you see that? So that's how your initial balance of $500, turns into $1 million in just 5 years. Now here, I'm going to show you how. So here's the breakdown. Annually. So $500 after 1 year, everything gets reinvested. 500 turns to $2,325. Can you see that okay, you guys? And so you're still like probably saying, well, that's only $2,000. How do we get to $1 million, Larja? Because the power of compound interest continues to compound, okay? So 500 turns into 2,300 after 1 year. After 2 years, 500 turns into $10,000, okay? Because it compounded the interest and the return on your investment. After 3 years, $500 turns to $50,000. Now, I don't know what bank is giving that to you. I don't know where you're trying to get that at. I've never even heard of it before I found out what I'm doing. I heard about it, but I didn't have access to it. And everybody has access to what I'm talking about because I'm just a regular schmegular person, you know? And a lot of people I know are regular schmegular people. So if you happen to be regular schmegular, you now have access to this type of return. Because after just 4 years from that $500 investment, are you guys looking at this? Is this big enough? Are you able to see that after 4 years, it's about $250,000? That's amazing, right? And then all it takes is 1 more year for your 5th year for $250,000 to compound into $1 million. Over $1 million, actually. $1.08 million in just 5 years. Okay? Now, I said I was going to show you what my actual returns are. Here we are, monthly. Let's do monthly. So your $500, my $500 specifically. See, I'm just in month 5 right here. So the interest that I've already, the return on my investment, I want to stop using the word interest in my particular case, because like I said, I'm using the power of compound interest, but it's a return on my investment, okay? So far, I've gotten over $448 return. So I've almost doubled my money in 5 months, you guys, in just 5 months. And so these numbers are real. So this interest rate right here, you see how it says month 1, your interest is $68.33. So that means like my first interest was only $4. My first return rather was only $4. And then my second return was $12. And then I went to $16 and then it went to $18. And by the end of the month, lo and behold, it was around the $68.33. Because I told you I get 1 to 4%, on average 3% a week. But this calculator is definitely true. Larger Curves, in real life, have had a return on my investment of about $450 so far. Okay? Because I am planning on getting to this $1 million in 5 years. And that way my kids will have a nice little nest egg, because obviously I started late. And so the reason I decided to do some investing was, well, for one, listening to Dr. Heavenly and everything. She's always talking about we should have our seven streams of income, you guys. And some people say you should have at least four. Some people say you should have at least two. In Jamaica, man, they got them 5 jobs, yeah, man. You got 5 jobs. If you don't have 5 jobs in Jamaica, remember that joke in the 80s? If you don't have 5 jobs in Jamaica, you're not working hard enough, yeah? So there's all different ways people feel that they can make money. Working, investing, side businesses, e-commerce, insurance, 401ks, IRAs, regular traditional savings, so many ways. In the meantime, keep your day job, because I got to keep my day job for at least some more years, because this million isn't happening until 5 years. And with gas being $28 a gallon, who knows if even $1 million in 5 years will be enough, right? But let's keep going. Is it still blue? So do you see that, you guys? Now, I'm going to tell you guys the truth, though, because I went back, and after I did my initial investment of $500, I added some more to it. And because my tax return came. So when people get their tax returns, instead of making a family vacation to Disneyland or Disney World or going and traveling or something and spending all that money, you could. It's just a suggestion, but you could definitely take some of that money and invest it on occasion. Not the whole thing. Yeah, go have fun with some, but definitely invest some. So I got blessed with my own blessing because I worked hard for it. And so I went back and I reinvested, you guys, and I got my investment up to $5,000. So if you look at $5,000, I'm still getting 3% a week. It's still looking at 5 years at least. And now if you calculate, you see how 1 million turned to 10 million in 5 years, you guys? 1 million turns to 10 million in just 5 years. Let's break it down. So still it starts off the same. This first year, I'm only looking at making about 23,000 off of 500. And remember, off of 5,000, it's 23,000. And off of 500, it was 2,300. So all these numbers just go up a decimal, right? And so instead of the $250,000 in 4 years, I should be looking at about $2 million in 4 years and $10 million in returns on my investment in 5 years. And if we go over here to where it says monthly, so now because I've upped my initial deposit, and I just wanted to make sure we had at least $500,000 in our account so that we could reach the target of $10 million in 5 years, because we got a number of people in our family. And now that we see that it's working, actually, they're going to just go ahead and get their own accounts, because we could all be growing this money instead of me growing the money for everybody. We could all be growing it in different accounts, which is going to happen. So look, now that I've upped my deposit, it's been upped. So now my returns are about $240 a week, $300 a week. Return on investment, you guys, because my initial deposit now is upped by that much. So that's compounding at an even higher return. Are you following me? You have any questions? Let's look at this. So I wanted to show you an actual, let me see. So I'm going to stop sharing that. Remove from screen. Remove. And I'm going to see if I can show you my actual return on investment. What happened today? Yeah. Uh, 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 uh-huh, 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 uh. Okay, let's keep playing this though. We're going to go back here, add this to the stream, and keep it moving right along. So, the reason Albert Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world is really simple. Because if you let your returns earn rather than putting what you earn in there to return, then aren't you winning? I feel like I'm winning. Just knowing that I have this account makes me feel like I'm winning. Let's see. Okay. See if it's gonna let me in this morning. Because since today is return day, sometimes it goes a little slow. But I'm getting it open for you. I don't want you guys to see my real information, so I'm gonna have to figure out. Oh my God! Emmy's in the house. Thanks for popping in. Okay. So the simple interest, let's look at this for a second. Simple interest is interest earned on the principal investment. So that's kind of like what you get at Bank of America. You get that at Chase. You get that at, traditional accounts. They are only giving you returns on the principal. Now, for it's thinking about opening for me. Now you guys can't see me down there. Now for compound interest though, that's earning interest on interest, or it's returning on returns. You get what I'm saying? You have any questions? Let's keep it moving. Ooh. Sipping my coffee, talking about money, the way I like to start a Friday morning. Okay, again, simple interest, what we traditionally get is only returns earned on deposited money once, right? Compounding is additional money earned on deposits of previous interest. So every week I have to go into my account and I see what my return is, and then I put that return back into the account, and then that gets a return the next week. And that's how you compound, you guys. Let me show you some more. Let's see. Okay. Did it open yet? Oh, still thinking. Here it comes. See if I can share my screen with you guys. So today, okay, now I can share this screen with you. Okay, so this is my actual account. This is my personal, actual Novatech account. And this is where I do all of my earning, okay? So this week, you see this number right here, $246 in 1 week, in 7 days is what my return was. So now today, I'm going to take this $246 and from within this account, I'll be able to just click it and reinvest it. And then next Friday, I'll have a return based off of the $7,912 plus the $246. You see what I'm saying? You have any questions? Gabrielle? Oh, mon chéri, mon chéri, amor. You're the only one that I adore. I love that song. Remember that song? La 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 la. So you're religiously listening. Yes. And this should be a religion. This should be like something they're teaching us. This should be something that's on everybody's freaking feed all the time, but it's not. I'm getting real personal with you guys. I'm literally showing you what it is interesting. Thank you. You are listening. Awesome. So yeah, so I'm going to take this $246 and I'm going to add it. Oh yeah, isn't that a great song? La 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 la. Yes. And that is the moral of the story, Gabrielle. Stop wasting your money. We work hard for your money. Oh, so hard for it, honey. You work hard for your money, so you gotta treat it right. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay. Stop wasting your money, you guys. I hope this, I mean, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm not trying to tell you how to do anything. I'm just sharing with you what I'm going through, what's working for me, where I see where we're trying to goal, where we are goaling, GOALING. You know, you have to goal for things in life. Okay, stop manifesting wealth, but beginning to give importance at my money. Stop manifesting wealth. Stop wasting money. Stop manifesting wealth, but beginning to give importance to my money. Yes, to create my wealth. Yes, yes, we can create. That's what's so beautiful about this world we live in. There are many avenues to the same destination. You don't even have to consider it that you're wasting. You don't have, but I mean, wasting probably gets you to stop doing it sooner. I'm not saying any of this to have you guys feel bad. I'm just sharing information to empower you so that you realize that there are things out here in this world that can work for regular schmegular people such as ourselves, or that can even work for the millionaires such as Dr. Heavenly and her people that are doing it too. And yeah, that's how I got introduced to this right here is Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine. And I'm not giving financial advice, and she didn't give me financial advice, but she did introduce this to her heavenly angels a while back, and this is already my return. So I told you I got my investment up to $500,000, right? And so my investment now is going to be over 8,000 by the end of this week. Obviously, after I add this 246 to 7,900, I'll be at $8,100 from $5,000, you guys. Let's see. Create my wealth. Right. Yeah, Lynn is agreeing with you, Gabrielle. Exactly. It's the need to give importance and money to make the wealth coming in your life. Yes, and it can. Like a lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck, hand to mouth, you know, walking instead of driving, with the gas being $12 a gallon and food being like, I mean, did you guys, I went in the store and I had to put the shit back down. I was like, even with this, I knew that this was going to be in my bonus account. That doesn't mean I'm going to go buy Wagyu steak. You know what I mean? I'm being mindful about what my goals are with my money, and in my goal of getting to at least $1 million in the next 5 years, I'm not going to be taking this $246 and doing anything with it, but reinvesting it. You know what I mean? We need to change the way we think. Exactly. It's a mindset. It is a mindset. There's a saying, you guys. There's a saying that if you hang out with 4 broke people, you'll be the 5th. Just like I'm starting to say, if you hang out with 4 invested people, you'll be the 5th. Because like minds, right? So you hang out with 4 people that work out all the time, you'll probably start working out. You hang out with 4 people that sit around all day and just play video games, you'll probably be the fifth. Because like minds, it's a frequency, it's an energy, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. So you want to vibe high, you want a frequency high, you want to resonate high, and you want to be able to attract in your life what you want, right? So change the way you think. As a man thinketh, so shall it be, right? As a woman thinketh, so shall it be, okay? As a human thinketh, so shall it be. It's biblical, okay? It's universal. Thoughts are things, okay? You speak the word and you create your existence based off of what you're speaking. You ever realize that? You ever say something and then it happens and you're like, right? So you ever think something and then it happened and you're like, who's watching me, right? It's you can do the same thing with your money. You can do the same thing with your love. You can do it across all playing fields. As you think, as you speak, so shall it be. Okay? So let's see. Exactly. It's the environment of who you are. It's why some ice. Yes. Yes, definitely. That's beautiful, Gabrielle. Isolation is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, especially if you've been hanging around the four wrong people, right? Not wrong, but the four people that you're trying to not identify as that anymore or whatever. So then you isolate and you regroup and you get back on goal with yourself, on goal, GOAL. And then once you start goaling towards your goals, then when you do start going back out and being around people, the universe will put like minds with you. Okay? At least that's what I believe. That's been my experience, and I hope that it's yours too. But in some way, I find the good people. Yes, because you're a good person, Gabrielle. That's not in some way. You attract what you are also. So you can change the room too. So as much as I say, okay, I just said is if you hang out with four people, you can be the fifth. But you can also be your bright, shining self that changes the room and changes the frequency of any place you enter by your high vibration. Okay? So after you go isolate and you come out all high and resonating with who you really are, and you resonate with the goodness of who you are and the truth in who you are, and you resonate with the I can have, do, be anything of who you are, you resonate with the I'm worthy, I deserve it of who you are, then you will have what you want. It'll come to you. You'll see it. Situations will happen that is like, oh, I needed that to happen. Out of the blue, people will be like, oh, call you and say things that you need to hear or put you in situations that you wouldn't have otherwise had, except for that you raised your resonation so high that now you're attracting it. Okay. With the compound, is that $1? Yes. With the compound, is that $1 gives another dollars on vibration? With the compound, yes. So compound, the way I feel about that is like I really wanted to invest. And then Dr. Heavenly started talking about this. So that my desire, my goal, introduced something in the universe that could help it happen. So there's a shout out to Dr. Heavenly. And so, yeah, I feel like because I wanted it, it was introduced to me. And now I'm able to share it with you because somebody out here must have wanted it too. Okay, let's keep going. So you see, this is my actual larger curves. That's right there, larger curves. So this is my actual larger curves account. And this was my return in 1 week. Now, like I said again, my glasses get steamy thinking about money. That's a good number, you guys. Let's remove that and put this back, and we're almost done. So these are just numbers that traditional accounts give you. Capital One, they're only giving you 1% a year. Annual percentage yearly. APY is yearly, you guys. You just saw mine. That's what I got in a week. Okay. So the wealth transfer can happen with a weekly, daily compounding type of return on your investment. We already went through the compound calculator, but I had done some skills for us. So we're just going to look at it again. You put 500 in, 3% average a week. You don't make any other deposits in here. And in 5 years, it turns to $1 million. Okay. And this is a monthly breakdown of how much interest. Now, okay, let me just tell you this. So the monthly breakdown right here is, well, let's show it on this one. So the monthly breakdown, see, it says 10, 216, and then it says 0.39. So that's in 1 month. So that $216 is actually divvied up into 4. So that's not $216 a week. That's all together. But in the next breakdown, that is a week. So then we just look at these numbers some more. And this is just giving you, again, the monthly return that you can expect off of just that $500. And it gets you to the $1 million in 5 years. That's only 60 months, you guys. That's 60 months. Time flies, you guys. It flies. And just imagine if in August 2022 you put $500 in your account, then in 2027 it had $1 million in that same account, and all you did was put the 500 in. That would be excellent. So what my account is in is this thing called Novatech. It's a registered hedge fund company that deals with cryptocurrency and forexing online. It's a PAM account, is where that money is that you just saw. It's in my PAM account. And a PAM account is the percentage allocation management module. And I get to allocate my money in there. And then the platform does everything behind the scenes and just spits out my return every week. So that's how I am creating this for me and my people. And you can too. It's the greatest wealth transfer opportunity around. And if you want more information on how you can get your own PAM account set up, then you can reach back out to me. I know in the description of this, I put a link so that you could, and actually do all your own research, you guys. Do all your own research. Even though I heard this from Dr. Heavenly, like I said, then this is not financial advice from her or from me. I did my own research, and the $500 that I invested was not my rent money. It was not my phone money. It wasn't my internet money. I didn't take any food off the table for my family. It was plain money that I designated for an investment. So that's something that I can offer to you. If you do decide to, oh look, CD is in the house. Yay. CD is in the house. Okay, she says my initial investment is a seed. In the same way, I can take one apple seed and have an orchard. My initial investment becomes my multi-million-dollar orchard. Yes, that's right. That is right. That's what we're talking about, right? And that's biblical too, right? Like, so you, when you take your talents and you cast them, you have to go share and spread and everything. So yes, it's a seed, mustard seed, a mustard seed of faith. Okay, and I have faith that if God brings me to it, God will bring me through it. And I asked for it, and then I got to do it. And now you see what the returns are, and it's amazing. Okay, So like I said, this was the return for this week. $246 return on my investment, compounded. So we're going to add the 246 to the 79. And if I do decide, when I show you guys again, you'll see that this compounds again. Okay. Now, do you have any other questions, you guys? Do you have any questions? Here, look, it's telling me it's going to log me out, but keep me signed there. You have any questions? Because that is the power of compound interest. And I showed you how to take $500 and turn it into $1 million in just 5 years. And y'all know that time flies. You know it flies. You know, we're about to have another presidential election is how fast this stuff flows. Okay? So, you guys, all I can suggest, and this is not financial advice. This is Larger Curves talking to you, sharing with you what she's been through and what I'm doing. And if you, after you do your research, your due diligence research, want to, the link didn't work for you? Let me get it. Here. So after you get your account up and running at Novatech, after you get your account up and running with Novatech, you will have to fund your account within a certain amount of time, or else your account gets deleted. And you would have to have an account for your cryptocurrency. You would buy $500 worth of the crypto and then transfer it to your PAM account. And luckily, you can buy fractional shares of crypto. So you might be like, oh, well, how can I get $500 of Bitcoin when Bitcoin costs 23,000 or whatever it's trading at right now? Well, you don't have to do that. You can get just $500 of Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a whole coin. So that's a fractional share. And then once you can get it into your wallet, then you would send it to your PAM account, and then it would start growing interest. And the return is every Friday. Every Friday, like clockwork, I get my return. And it averages, like I said, 3%. It can be as low as 1% and as high as 4%, but it's on average 3%. And you can see from my from that number that I just gave you that it was here, let me copy that. Here. I don't know if that's gonna, because I'm not my own mod. I think it doesn't light up unless I'm my own mod, you guys. And then oh, it's thinking. Okay. So the link didn't work for you, Emmy? Well, thank you for being in the house. And I'll get all that worked out. Hit me on my email. My email is lrgacurves@gmail.com. Hit me on my email. I'll send it to you that way, because at least that way it'll light up and you'll be able to see it. For some reason, when I add some of my links in the descriptions and stuff, they don't highlight for a click through. And this happens to be one of them. So if you don't mind, then you can just get at me here at lrgacurves@gmail. Okay, so that's my email, and send me a email, and then I'll send you the link that way. Okay, and we'll be able to talk about stuff. Oh, that's what had happened. It was my period. That's why I couldn't do it. I was inactive for too long. Okay, so I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. That was my coffee hour this morning. I hope it was informative. I hope it wasn't too Mathanese for you, too crazy. I hope it was like layman enough that we can all get at it. And I just really wanted to share with you guys what is helping my family right now. You saw that $246, 246 in 1 week. Okay. Had I had $500 in my Bank of America account, there's no way I would have had. I don't know why I keep freezing you guys. There's no way that a toddy vision. What's going on? No way. I don't know why I'm freezing. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, Gabrielle is going to send an email. Emmy gave me some hearts. Gabrielle said okay. You guys don't forget to get at me if you need more information. Personal emails right here. Of course, Toddy, vision, 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 vision. I love you, girl. Oh, you learned so much. Actually, that's excellent. That's all I want to do is spread the knowledge, help you guys find out about different ways to improve your life so that when we come over here and get these reality shows again, at least we know we're growing some money doing it. We're not wasting our time not doing something productive, right? We will be producing a return on our investment. Okay, you guys, I appreciate you for being here. I love you guys. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit that bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video, and so you can continue to be part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here. My beautiful curvies, I love you so much. I love each and every curve, okay? And thank you for being my curves, okay? Great show. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I tell you, Dr. Heavenly was very like a master class. Yes. And she is the truth. Yes. Yes. That was like a master class. She's so informative. And actually, I'm also part of her Heavenly Investment group that she mentioned. And so she gives us a lot of information over there too. And whatever she tells me, I'll pass on, you guys. So, but always do your own research. This was not financial advice. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. In the replay crew, leave a comment down below. Leave a comment down below in the replay crew so that if you have any questions, I can answer you that way too. Okay, you guys? So that was our coffee hour. And I'll see you in the next video. You're welcome, Corey. You're welcome, CD. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Again, good luck. You can do it, Corey. See you guys in the next video. Look, my glasses steam up thinking about money. See you guys in the next video.